Hello and welcome back to the 70s of Transport Fever 2. Now, in the last episode, we were rather busy with the steel mill that is now fully functional, going all the way over here, producing us the goods. And, well, the first ship here with 77, let's just call it tons, really, of goods is on its way to London there. And London doesn't know what's in it for it, right? So this is a second production now. So London gets 2 products there and is being supplied with that. Lyon, on the other hand, not that much yet. So the machine parts are still missing. We have though more people in Lyon in general because, well, it has access to the airport and it has a pretty big central station there. So that's boosting Lyon there a bit. Other than that, of course, its time will also come. Now we have a lot of work to do, so let's get cracking. First thing is, this steel mill here is not really working at full capacity there yet. It is full with coal and with iron, as we can see, but it's rather low or slow. And also the shipment is not going up despite having a train here now on this line that is taking all the steel with it. That's still not enough. This steel mill here, before it can advance, and this is pretty important because then we can produce more steel, before we can do that, we do need a second customer, second consumer for the steel mill. And I think I found a good one that is just over here. There, right in front of Amsterdam, we do have the Cauldron Machines factory. That would need steel. It would also need some planks to make machine parts out of that. The machine parts, well, it's close to an airport. We could deliver it to the airport and get it to Lyon because Lyon would need, well, machine parts still, right? So there is a business opportunity. Number one business opportunity that we have here, though, is the steel. For that, let's get cracking on... Oh, we get some new planes here and they're looking fantastic. Aerospace, so British aircrafts that we get in here. Let's just get us the cargo station cracking here in the meantime. Let's have 2 tracks for now. We might actually need 4 tracks here because there's going to be coming in steel, planks, and the machine parts going outbound to the airport. So let's make it 3 tracks for now. That should be fine. It's going to be quite a busy airport long-term wise if we want to make this one happen. Boom, there we have it, our next and bigger station with the tracks available as well. By the way, for the planks, let's just have a look around. For the planks, we don't have that many options as far as I can see. This is what we have. This is pretty far away. It's okayish. It's okayish. No, it's totally fine, that distance. And where do we have wood? There we have 1 wood. There we have a second wood. That is really far away though. So 2 wood, and that's probably it as far as I can see. Okay, 2 forestry. That's okay, right? So with 2 we can work here. It would be realistic. It would be realistic. Let's stick to that. Now, we do need still a connection from that steel mill here. For that, I will... Yep, because I'm a big fan of having 1 platform for each line. Otherwise, we do have some congestion. This train is not full yet, as it's making its way back again to the goods factory. So steel is pretty important, right? There we have it. We do need another track system here. I mean, we could also argue that the steel getting away from here is actually pretty slow, right? Or it's only 1 train on a huge track. We could use that track here for the other steel as well. So we have them both steels on the same platform. I guess we can make this work. On the other side with the tracks, we're going to go into a tunnel just over here because we need to pass below the airport. The airport is so big that we would have to circumnavigate around it, which is just not a very good idea here. So I'm going to have just 1 tunnel. By the way, we do need that tunnel anyway here for those mountains. So why not just stick to 1 giant mountain there? It's pretty good actually because, you know, the landscape does not get disrupted by that. There we have the next tunnel, 7 million. And let's face it, that's a very, very minor cost of what we have to pay. 20 million. I've paid more than that to make that connection here. That would be fine, that connection. Let's just see that the tunnel goes to this way there. And here I will need to get rid of that road there. Otherwise I can't place a tunnel in this area. By the way, this road is really just for the workers, I guess. The workers can use my train and pay some tickets there as well. Who cares about that, really? Or better yet, they even sleep there and get out once a month, perhaps, with my train. So there we still need that connection. This is looking fine. We have the 120. We're coming out here. Perfect. There we have it. Let's just choose a tunnel type there. very important. I like the modern versions. And 5 more millions. So that was really cheap. We're using this platform here. We could still make the other platform work as well. No big deal. And with that, we have made the connection all the way to that train station. I will just now need a depot. We have already a depot here. Once again, not the biggest fan of these depots. I am just going to get rid of that. It's useless to us now, since the trains are out and we just have to replace them. And look at that. The train is out and boom, shipment is at 100. So all the customers that we need are being fulfilled and the steel mill is now leveling up. And there we have it, a bigger steel mill now, and it's, oh my goodness, yep, consuming the resources much faster than before. We probably will need more coal then. As we can see, here's also more steel now popping up. There's already a train now coming for Steel Stockholm that gets all the steel that it needs. Not that full yet, but it's going to get full then at some point here, as we can see. Now, also very important, of course, is that we keep the coal influx. I think now we will not be having enough coal for this one anymore. Do we have another coal anywhere close by? That might be amazing. We have some iron over there, so that can help us. There is another coal mine. Ooh, quite the distance. Gotta say that. Those thingies are not close together. There is actually coal right behind it. Very, very amazing. Gotta say that. Perfect. So that we have another coal because we need that. Oh yes, we do need that. So let's... I don't think there's more coming out. There's not. So this one is needed. Now it's very close, really. We have 2 tracks here already. So let's just merge it together. Once again, we are going to have a cargo terminal station here because there's really nothing else that this station ever would need. There we have it, connection made, and then it's really just one going below. Oh, there we have it. It's actually, it only needs to be 1 track only, right? So nothing else. And it goes straight into the mountain here to this tunnel, more or less. So they are kind of like merging in the tunnel. We do get some more ships and buildings here. Very good. Let's just see how we can make this one work. It's going right below the big mountain. Plenty of space here. In fact, let's let it use its own platform here. So there's 2 platforms where the coal is going to come in then. This station here still needs another cargo platform. And of course, we kind of like need to clean this one up there a bit because I think it's rather messy at the moment. The central line that we have there is using 2 tracks there where it's not really needed anymore. In fact, we can get rid of one of them completely. There's never going to be a second train here since trains are now long enough and powerful enough to carry everything with one go, right? So it's really not needed to be in any other way here, basically. Let's just wait for this to arrive in the station. Perfect. And now we can get rid of this one here entirely and clean it up a bit. There you go, a bit cleaner, and we still have now all the platforms being used. This is the next one. Oh, getting 83 tons already. Very good. I've also replaced the other steel train here with the Austrian locomotive, by the way, because it's just much cheaper. This time, though, it is actually full, as what I can see. 130 tons might be not enough. Let's just see how many more we can add. We can still add quite enough of them. Let's add those cars there as well. So it can go up to 200 tons there now for each way, right? And as we can see, yep, steel is out. So it's definitely needed here. Now, both of them are working. I'm afraid that we still don't have enough coal as it's looking in. There's another 130 tons now coming in with each one of these trains. It's still not enough. So if we want to keep this steel mill here working or even upgrading to the next level, we still need another coal mine then that works on this one. There is another 100 tons coming in, but I fear it's not a lot of help as the other train would still take quite some time to get here. It's insane how much coal we consume here. Right, as we can see, transport is already up there. It could work. Production could be up there, so that could work. But getting the steel, then enough of that to the customers is another thingy here. Now, there's still more coal over there. I could get... Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's have another coal mine, right? Because we already have something here. There, problem solved. Another coal line has been opened up. We got now 3 coal lines going right to that steel factory. There's quite a lot of coal waiting already. It's not going to be full this time, but next time it is. And yes, once again, this was quite an expensive one because it goes below the mountain there, of course, through all of that. It's then, in order to save costs, is merging together with the steel line that we have going to Stockholm. Why? Because if I would have made a direct line below the huge mountains there, it would have cost $80 million, and now it was only like 20 million or something like that. So we just saved a bit of bucks there, going right in here and then together, and here it's splitting up then, there, splitting up into the other platform. So this is how we have it now, all below the tunnels there, of course. It's a bit steep there, right, but it should still be working. And there's really a lot of trains now going back and forth from this station here, and hopefully also more coal than ever now. There's already another bunch of coal. Now, another very important thing that is happening is that we finally have unlocked the high-speed trains, and I would definitely like to use one of these right now. For that, however, well, we still need to prepare the stations for that. So the high-speed stations, the high-speed platforms at least. There we have, for example, the inbound train line that uses the TGV then that we're going to add now to the game. So let's just go ahead. There we have the high-speed tracks with electrification as well. Of course, I don't think there is any... Actually, there are high-speed tracks without electrification. Very interesting, very interesting. There is the first one. There you go. Now, all the stations have high-speed tracks. Also, the tracks themselves have been, well, modernized. We still have that error message there, but the trains are still working, so I just take it that these error messages are bugged for now until we reset the line. However, I'm not going to stop at Hamburg this time anymore. Vilnius is going to be the primary finals destination for this very first high-speed train network. So it's going from Lyon to Vilnius then. In Vilnius, people can change the train, right? So here's the high-speed train coming in, and there we already have the train leaving the station for Amsterdam. So people can then go to Amsterdam, here changing platforms and going to Amsterdam Airport or Amsterdam directly, and from Amsterdam they can get to Stockholm. So there everything is once again connected. Now I just need some proper high-speed tracks here with electrification, of course, that we use then. And yeah, once again, it's leaving station here on its own system though, and this is getting a bit tricky now because over here we are, right? So I need to navigate around that mountain there, or we just go through that mountain to make it a direct line, and probably over this line here, because that should definitely not cross, and well, having a bridge actually could be working, right? So, and well, yeah, there we have it now, from Lyon main station going all the way London, Milano, Hamburg, Vilnius, all the way really. Hamburg, there it is, and there is the new track system now that we have. Of course, double tracks once again, going through a couple of tunnels there, and then also merging up here, both of them into a single high-speed track that then goes into the main station. There we have it, and Vilnius, Lyon, Vilnius is now in place. Those trains can now take their service. Now the only thing, we could actually have up to 4 trains on this one here, by the way then. Oh, I guess also the people reset it now, did they? Yes, all right. That's a bit of a problem there, as always, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, Lyon, there we have it. Managed vehicles. Let's choose both of them. They're a thing of the pasties. We are going now with the TGV. 300 kilometers an hour it can go. It has a capacity of 144 people. Actually, not that many, which is good, right? Because it's usually then pretty full, I think, and we could have up to 4 of them on this system there. The famous high-speed train operated by the French National Railway Company. It is a permanently coupled electric multiple unit and was built for operation between Paris and the southeast France. Now that's actually pretty fine because, you know, we do have Lyon there as our station, so Paris or French station. 65 million it costs us to replace that. Let's go for that. And ladies and gents, we have now a real high-speed train on this, well, on this system working. 2 of them for now, and I just hope that we will need 4 of them because I just love these beauties to be everywhere, basically. There it is. Oh, it's actually going away again. No idea why that's the case. What a beautiful train. And very modern, so too. And I love it when locomotives are at the front and the end, at the end of a train. Where's the other one? The other one should be somewhere here. There it is. Going now hopefully to top speeds then here. It also seems with the high-speed trains, there's a whole new level of attraction that these trains are, well, going for my people there, because there's more and more people waiting than ever at these stations here via London, 120, and the same amount in Hamburg. So these trains are completely full. Of course, they're still negative because we just implemented them, but holy cow, we're definitely going to need 4 of them on this system. We could also, of course, merge 2 of them together if we want to, but nah. I rather have 4 of them to see them more often on my beautiful track systems here. And isn't that just a beautiful sight as these modern trains are making their way through my cities? Fantastic. Also, this one is really full, so there is no way to have it other way. We already have a 3rd train now on the tracks, and I am eager to add a 4th one. It's, of course, it does need a bit careful careful waiting there and patience, as we can see also here at the other final station. The train is going to be full right off the bat. And it also doesn't take a long time for the Lyon-Vilnius train to be the most profitable train or the most profitable line at all that we have right now, with almost 15 million on the balance, even better than the fueled airlines that we have with 11 million. So another full success here, and yes, lots of people like that. Also, because of that, we have more and more growing cities. So London has, by the way, almost caught up with Lyon there, so London is still growing. Also more goods are coming in. 270 growth rating is now, because also destination goes up. So that's now for all the cities here, because we are connecting those cities with faster trains, and well, the game basically likes that, and those cities are growing more quickly. I forget what I just said. This one here is topping almost 40 million on the balance. Now it just dropped there again because of the normal maintenance cost, but holy cow, there is no limit to this train network here with the TGV. I love that. I really love it. And this is only the beginning, of course, of high-speed travel. Now, another goal I had was the goods factory here, to upgrade that. So shipment is already at the level up level, more or less. The goods that are being produced right now are all going towards London, right? So London is receiving the majority there. It's adding a bit of growth there to the city. Perfect. 900 we have in London. But I also wanted to boost Zurich there a bit. So Zurich we have over there. Still a sleepy little town there with around 300 people, and with a bit of goods, this city can also grow further. We already have a train station here that is only for passengers at the moment though. So I'm going to add a cargo platform now here to those tracks there. Let's also have some tracks here. I'm probably not going to make this too long. We will need to remove one building, but that's fine. Of course, the growth long-term wise is more important. There we have it. And then I just need to set up the tracks again for this one. So we're getting out here with standard tracks, not high speed. And we're coming together here with the other system. And then it's probably going to be 3 tracks for a bit. What the heck? We could use that system here, right? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to use high-speed trains between Paris and Zurich there. It's just too mountainous. So we can merge it together here then. There's already... Oh, wait a second. There's already a merger happening here. Very, very close to the station itself. That's probably not very good. Let's just stop this one here. Let's have the splitting and merging... there's the signal for that. So we should do it before the signal happens. There we have it, and here we can come together, please. Perfect. Number 1. On the bridge we need to be for number 2. Very good. And number 3. That's not going to... Oh, it's going to work by 1 millimeter, more or less. So just right in front of the signal, we were able to do all of that. Perfect. So we can use the cargo train now on this path there. We don't need to create a new one. Basically all the way here, more or less, right? Because then we still need to get down there to that station, and that is actually pretty tricky. actually not so tricky. So the elevation can be rather steep now with the more powerful locomotives, and it's basically then merging on this bridge here over there. We could probably also made it the merger in the tunnel there, but I think I like this one more as it's looking like a pretty epic construction. And yeah, the only thing we now need really is another line from Salzburg Annex going all the way to... Oh, wait a second. Zurich doesn't have... And after a bit of time, the first goods train is coming in. Perfect. So this is now working as well. So it's having its own little platform there as it's making its way back home again. Boy, what a train line this really is here with all the bridges and stuff like that. So the one in Paris we can put to go again because this one here needed to wait there for the goods train to come out. With the passengers, of course, it's a bit red there now because of that. But who cares really? Beautiful train. Off it goes again from Zurich, and Zurich hopefully will then grow with that even further. I just love these trains as they pass by. The only thing we now need to do is, once again, I'm going to get rid of this depot there because, let's face it, we will never need it again. And yes, the goods train and the passengers are both now using the same tracks here, and that is working perfectly fine thanks to these signals. But we still had to add a few more signal points there as well, because I think otherwise they would have just to wait at some point, right? Because they can only use these signals there as checkpoints, kind of like, so only when that train here has passed this one, for example, this one starts at the last signal location before that signal there. So it's that checkpoint system that matters. Here we probably will need one more, as this one is still on the tracks. This one will probably now stop here. Yes, which is not good. Right, now it continues because it's leaving the system there, but we should probably still add some more signals here right before the stations or the trains come together. Right, so that's that. Now, how's the goods factory looking? Very good. It's leveling up as we speak, getting a bit bigger now at any second. And there it is, a bigger factory, consuming now all the steel and plastic here to produce the goods for Zurich and the goods for London. With that, we probably will need a bit more steel here and plastics. As we can see, it's going down rather quickly. Now, steel, on the other hand, is also a bit funny now, because now that more coal is coming in, the iron is, of course, running out. So not only do we need like another 2 additional coal lines to this one, but we will also now need way more iron mines. I already have some in my vision, kind of like. We do have a couple of them around it, so this is becoming a massive center point here for my steel production, and I will still probably have to overthink that station there, but that's going to be fun. Stay tuned.